Hi, I wanted to make this video and talk about the market, the dynamic changes we're having in the marketplace, and then the opportunities that creates. We continue to have in the Portland metro area a market that is supply constrained. We have very few homes for sale, and it's been that way for many, many months, and we continue to see that supply almost dwindle. Homes, when they go on the market, they sell relatively quickly. They're getting relatively close to their asking price. That demand is being driven in part by low interest rates. And what's happening is when the buyers that I'm working with, I'm seeing that they're looking at homes a little bit differently now than we have before. And that's partly maybe a function of COVID, the last several months, the difficult times we've been through with COVID. And I expect that's going to continue for a next short while. And so what's happening is the buyers that I'm working with, I'm seeing when they look at spaces like a bedroom, they're seeing that space, it'll not only have to be a bedroom, but it may also have to serve as an office. Or they may take bonus rooms that were, let's say, dedicated as playrooms or something else. That's a dedicated office space. The laundry room, the laundry room, which was just a laundry room, now it becomes a sanitation station. So buyers are looking at homes and they're looking at these rooms having multiple uses. They're valuing homes that have more rooms. I'm not saying the great, people liked the open concept so much. I'm not saying that's dead, but I'm seeing what buyers are valuing increasingly is to have separate rooms where they can have separate functions, and hopefully that room can have a multiple function. So that's what I see my buyers looking for. Also, I'm seeing, the spaces around the home. So I'm sitting in my backyard right now. Well, I'm seeing buyers looking for larger backyards. Again, because they're at home more. And those backyards, they're doing more about gardening in that backyard. They're doing more about developing amenities in that backyard and using it more actively because they're just more home-based. They're home-based for their work, for office. They're home-based for their education of their children and for many of their other activities. You're also seeing a continuing trend for multi-generational living. So those homes that have, for example, extra space that they can turn into an ADU, accessory dwelling unit, where they can put an elderly parent or relative or somebody else. They're looking for maybe a lot that's big enough where they can build an independent structure as an ADU or maybe do some kind of addition. Those are becoming more valuable in the marketplace. So I think, it's so funny when I talk to I've talked to several folks here recently, clients who, never thought they would think about selling a house, but now we're starting to have that conversation because they're seeing, well, gee, I'm not using the house as much of that house as I used to, and I'm seeing, boy, the neighbor down the street got a great price for this house, or boy, it sure would be a good time for me to downsize. It is a great time to start making those kinds of decisions and those kinds of moves because the marketplace is valuing properties that have multiple uses that are a bit larger. We're seeing that transition, a bit of a transition out from more of an urban, kind of setting to more of a suburban setting, and they're valuing those homes more. So I wanted to make this video primarily for the folks out there that have, been looking at their home and go, gee, I wonder if this is a time to change. It very well may be. It very well may be because you're seeing our new buyers come in and valuing the kind of things that your home has much higher. And it provides an opportunity for folks that are getting ready to make that transition where they don't use all the house or don't need all the space, where they can do that very successfully and the market will reward them financially. So if you'd like to talk about real estate and talk about, kind of where you are in your situation, and if it's a good time for you to make those transitions, I want you to give me a call. Thanks so much for listening.